It awakens memories. And it will make memories. Memories that will write the story of Big Booty Land. So Los Angeles, let's write our story.
Guess who's back?
Crush a bit, little bit, roll it up, take a hit, feeling lit, feeling right, 2 a.m. summer night, I don't care, hand on the wheel, driving drunk, I'm doing my thing, rolling the mid beside and now, living my life, getting out drunk. A piece of your heart, a piece of your love, I'm calling you up to get down, down, down. The way that we touch is never enough, turning you up to get down, down, down. I'm screaming out, fuck that. Put your hands up, put your hands up. Let's give it up.
Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I say this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
And when the night falls, loneliness calls. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel like it with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
Last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said it all. You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met. But baby, baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. No way it was our last night. No way it was our last
I
night.
wanna feel like this with somebody.
No way it was the last night. No way it was our last night.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Your sky full of stars. It's all you.
With somebody who loves me. So I'll put my faith in something unknown. I'm living on the side of nothing. But I'm tired of hope with nothing to hold. I'm living on the side of nothing.
Yeah, bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead.
And it's hard to love, and it's hard to love. You're giving me such sweet
Better than anything and everything you have done. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead.
Take it up. Slow, steady, undress, impress. Take it up. Slow, steady, undress, success.
You got a fast car, and I wanna take it to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. I ain't proud of all the punches that I've thrown in the name of someone I no longer know.
watching the transmission.
So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, it felt like I was drunk.
Got tired for you.
Had a feeling that I belong.
Got tired for you.
That I want you, I say it. I would want myself. Baby, please don't leave me. I'll put you through hell. Just to know me, yeah, yeah. So sure of yourself. Baby, don't get greedy. That you want it well.
I can't explain. I got a feeling that I can't erase. Just a feeling that I won't leave behind, because it's something that it's on my mind. I guess it goes like na 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 na.
Myself, please don't leave me. I'll put you through hell. Just to know me, yeah.
I call this cappuccino.
Yeah, man, anyways, still miss looking all day. Someday, yeah, it hurts to say, but I want you to stay. Sometimes. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. I don't fuck with you.
Still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. Still the one. Sunday, baby, Sunday. Still the one I kiss goodnight.
Attention Walmart, this is Gail Lewis signing out.
I'm slipping into the lava, and I'm trying to keep from going under. Baby, hold on to push it harder, 'cause I'm burning up for you, baby.
Yeah, but I got you another fight. The apple bottom make 'em wanna bite. I just wanna have a good night. I just wanna have a good night. Hold up, if you don't know, now you know. If you broke, then you gotta let him go. You could have anybody, any money, more. 'Cause when you were boss, you could do what you want.
Well, I was sitting, waiting, wishing you believed in superstitions. Then maybe you'd see the signs. But Lord knows that this world is cruel, and I ain't the Lord. No, I'm just a fool, and I'm loving somebody. Don't make me love you.
Yeah, 'cause girls is players too. Yeah, 'cause girls is is players too.
Must I always be waiting, waiting on you?
Yeah, 'cause girls is players too.
This sex so good, I shouldn't have to fuck for free. I go on and on, can't understand how I last so long. I must have the superpowers, last 223,000 hours. And it's cause I'm off of CC, and I'm off the Hennessy. And like your boy from Compton said, you know this dick ain't free. I got girls that I should've made pay for it. Got girls that I should've made wait for it. I got girls that I cancel a flight back home. Stay another day for it. You got attitude on nah, on agua, stomach on flat, on what's that?
When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, so she ran away in her sleep.
Fuck you, ready?
Young girl don't want that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right on the curb? Bet this man fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, don't know what you heard. Crack up the phone, I swear. Keep me a stick with they purse.
Pour me another drink, 'cause I don't wanna feel a thing no more, hell no. I just wanna sip till the pain wears off. Don't wanna think about her, or wear a ring without her. Don't wanna hit the karaoke bar, can't sing without her. So make them drinks strong, 'cause brother, she's gone. And if I'm ever gonna move on, I'ma need some whiskey glasses, 'cause I don't wanna see the truth. She's probably making out on the couch right now with someone new. Yeah, I'ma need some whiskey glasses if I'm gonna make it through. I'ma be single, I'ma need a double shot of that heartbreak blues.
Isn't she lovely?
burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there.
Cold shoulder goes and climb you, begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke.
And it's happened once again. I'll turn to a friend, someone that understands, sees through the master plan. But everybody's gone, and I've been here for too long to face this on my own. Well, I guess this is growing up.
Pictures in past and time, you only smile like that when you drink.
Well, I guess this is growing up.
I wish I didn't, but I do.
Well, I guess this is growing up.
I'm here without you, baby. You're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. Don't you open up that window? Don't you let out that antidote? Popping pills is all we know. Inhales is all we know.
Cause karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a god. Karma is the breeze in my hair on the weekend. Karma's a relaxing thought. Aren't you envious that for you it's not? Sweet like honey. Karma is a cat. Purring in my lap cause it loves me. Flexing like a goddamn acrobat. Me and karma vibe like that.
Don't go through the front door.
Cause karma is my boyfriend.
It's low key at the night show.
Cause karma is my boyfriend.
So don't you open up that window.
Cause karma is my boyfriend.
Don't you let out the antidote.
That fact that you truly just feel different. It's not to be disrespectful towards anyone else, but it honestly feels like you have more inside you than other people have. Like you have that weird gift, that weird potential that you could say, hey, I can do something better than that person can. I don't deserve and I shouldn't be working in that 9-to-5 jobs. I have so much inside that I want to get out. I just don't know how to get it out. And I remember sitting on my college campus bench and the bell rang and every kid was going from class to class, class to class. And there were thousands of kids going from all these different classes. And I sat there on the bench and I just watched them. I sat there and I watched every single student go from different building. And I just thought to myself, when do we learn anything different? If I'm learning the same thing as 15,000 other kids, that means I'm going to have the same result as 15,000 kids.
Makes sense.
And every single kid I know who graduated college complained about their job, wasn't happy with their salary, worked a 9-to-5, had to pay off debt. The only way to truly be successful in life is at some point for you to do something different, for you to stand outside the crowd, for you to say, hey, I don't give a f what someone else thinks about me. I'm going to go ahead and do it just because I want to do it.
Yeah, drinking dope, turn me to a superhero, yeah. Hit that pill, turn me to a superhero, yeah. Boom, my 90, turn me to a superhero, yeah. Metro, if your Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm on that dope again, I'm on that flow again, switch up the flow again, yeah. Fly in the parachute, gripping that pole again, I'm on that all again, yeah. Can't get in the cup, gotta get paid, king in the streets, young maid, spraying on the crowd, take it to the grave. Ain't having problems, I'm sipping the bar. Shout out to Dallas, my is a star. Get rich, better take it to war. Piss on your casket, shoot at your bra.
Take it up. Slow, steady, undress, impress. Take it up. Slow,
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We're getting ourselves all set ready for this day. I'm so absolutely pumped up on this day. I am absolutely jacked up here, traders, because we got a brand new day. We got a brand new opportunity. CPI data is out. The S&P 500 was extremely hot. Yesterday, we were able to make over $1,000 in the stock market. And we're just going to keep compiling those gains on up. Keep on crushing it. And I'm feeling good today, traders. I'm feeling fantastic, if I may add. I feel like a piece of butter on a nice piece of rye bread straight out of the toaster, sliding into those grooves. That's what I'm going to do today, traders. Sliding in the market. I hope you guys are fired up. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are ready to rock and roll. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up if you guys are enjoying this content right now. But man, we got a lot to talk about. Shout out to everyone joining us back for TradeCaster TV in the morning. It's all about bringing that energy up, getting that enthusiasm, and getting prepared. So traders, let's talk about this day. Let's talk about absolutely everything to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go for when this day begins. So, what do we have today? Well, obviously, the number one topic to discuss is the S&P 500, talking about the CPI data and how is the market going to react on this day. So, for anyone who does not know, waking on up and saying, Dek, I'm really confused on where we're even at, I'm going to start from a scratch for you. Go from 0 to 100, A to Z, 0 to 100, A to Z, make it very simple for you. So, what we have here is this week's major U.S. economic reports and Fed speakers. Notice that we had nothing on our Monday. But starting on off today, we did have consumer price index, core CPI, CPI year over year, and year over year core CPI. So we have a ton of data this morning. Now, if you don't know what consumer price index is or CPI data, we are going to be getting an idea of where inflation is currently at. We know that Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve always love to say, where's inflation? Are we cutting interest rates? Are we raising interest rates? Are we pausing interest rates? This is the data that gives us an idea on what they are going to be doing next, because this is going to tell us how inflation is currently doing. So the best way to be able to get a full understanding on how inflation is doing is head on over to CNBC.com, and you can actually see right here, consumer prices rose 0.4% in February and 3.2% from a year ago. So let's just read a little bit of this article here. It says inflation rose again in February, keeping the Federal Reserve on course to wait till at least the summer before starting to lower interest rates. Boom! Right there, traders, we're already getting an idea of what's happening. Traders, let's break this down and make this easy. Jerome Powell, his number one job is to bring down inflation. You have heard that a million times. That's why we raised interest rates 12 times throughout 2021 into 2023. That is why so many traders are saying, oh man, I can't afford this, I can't afford this, I can't afford this. We are raising interest rates up to a very high level to try to get people to stop spending. But guess what? Inflation, we're still going. Inflation rose again in February. So for anyone that's saying, oh, are we going to be cutting rates anytime soon? I want to go out and get that car loan. Oh, are we going to be cutting rates anytime soon? I want to go out and purchase a house. Are we going to be cutting rates anytime soon? Traders, we will not be cutting rates anytime soon while we're still seeing that we are having prices rise. We're still seeing inflation move on up, and we're still seeing the S&P 500 next to record highs. This is just, everything is screaming. Inflation's high. People are still spending money. The interest rates holding on up at the levels that we're at aren't working just yet. So we are going to continue to hold rates extremely high for as long as it takes to stop people from spending so much money. So the S&P 500 at this moment, you can actually see it had a little bit of a drop, but in this market it is a little bit wild, and you might hear this every now and then, is that no matter what the news is, guess what? The market's going up. People love when we have news. They love excitement, and even when it's inflation rising, the stock market is still moving on up in a nice manner. So it's very tough to be able to predict sometimes what's going to happen when everyone is just staying so bullish, so bullish, so bullish. So the consumer price index, a broad measure of goods and services cost, increased 0.4% for the month and 3.2% from a year ago. The Labor Department Bureau of Labor Statistics reported on Tuesday that the monthly gain was in line with expectations, but the annual rate was slightly ahead of the 3.1%. So this is where sometimes stock trading gets confusing. Traders look at this news and they say, okay, consumer prices rose and we are seeing inflation rose. Dek, how is that good news whatsoever? Why in the world are we seeing the stock market spike on up after seeing that inflation is still going on up and we're not going to be cutting rates until the summer? How in the world are people seeing this as a positive, statement? Well, the only positive thing that we have here, which it took me a long time to fully understand, is that if we expect bad news and we get bad news, people are happy about it. All right? You can use your mind and dark thoughts in any way that you would like. But the thing is, traders, to think of some sort of analogy or some sort of example, but it's almost, I always kind of think of that one scene in The Dark Knight. You ever see that one scene in The Dark Knight where the Joker, right? He's talking to, I think, Harvey Dent. And he's saying, oh, all I did was just tell people what was going to happen, right? If you tell people what is going to happen and they expect that it's going to happen, everyone's calm. No one worries about anything. But the moment you tell people something that they aren't expecting to happen, things start going haywire and people start, losing their minds, right? So, hey, great movie. Go watch it. If you haven't watched that movie, I really don't know what you're doing anyway. One of the best out there. But really, that's kind of what it is. If we have statements that say, hey, guess what? We are going to have super high inflation, and we have super high inflation, everyone says, perfect. I love that. That's what we thought was going to happen. We thought we were going to have super high inflation. So guess what? We had super high inflation. That's exactly what we expected. Woo! Everyone go buy. So it's really weird sometimes. It's weird in the stock market that we said that we were going to rise this much. And the fact that we said that, it makes people feel comfortable. It makes people feel confident that they're like, okay, they said it was going to rise this much. They said that inflation was going to keep moving on up. That means they must have it all under control. And that's where people find the sense of confidence. And then guess what? We start seeing a nice spike in the market. So even though this is not really technically good news, it still makes people feel okay because that's what we had expected to happen. So it's a little bit weird in the stock market. Let's talk about how we're able to trade today. Because yesterday, if you guys were not here, we were able to make over $1,017 in the stock market. It was absolutely great. We were able to make, I think, 4 trades yesterday. Let me grab my P&L here from yesterday. So yesterday, what did we do? We had 4 trades. One was an accidental trade. I really didn't mean to jump in, but I was able to make $1,017 trading NVDA yesterday. Now, if you guys watched the show yesterday, what did I say? I said, guys, watch our NVDA to dip and drop. And everyone buy in on your entries at what price? I said, everyone go ahead and look for entries in the 840s. So this is why it's so important to prepare and study, because if you were here yesterday and if you were watching yesterday, NVDA did exactly what we talked about, exactly what we stated. We said, watch for a dip right on down towards the 840s and then watch for a spike all the way back on up. Not only did I talk about this over on the show right here, but I also posted this right over on my Twitter. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you guys go ahead and check that on out. And you guys will be able to see that right here as well. So this was yesterday's alert. Yesterday's alert, my prediction, I think momentum will lead to more of a sell-off early in the morning, but it will find support and start bouncing. I would be watching for a bounce in the 840s, which is right above the 13 EMA, and then we'd watch for an afternoon climb. So what do we have? Drop on down towards the 840s. We got filled. Nice spike on up. $1,000 day. Right? So let's talk about today, guys. Let's talk about what we have going on with this day. Now, today, just because we have a lot of CPI data and we have a lot of attention to the market, I am focused over on the S&P 500, or what I like to trade, SPX. I like to focus on SPX because it is the crazier version of the SPY. If you can make $100 trading SPY, you can make $500 trading SPX. SPX is basically going to follow exactly what the SPY does. It's just going to allow allow you to be able to make more money, or on the other side, you possibly lose more money in a quicker fashion. So when I'm taking a look over on SPY, a lot of times I am trading SPX. Now, in most cases, SPX does not show up on like Trade Ideas or some of these other softwares. Also, if you do want to trade SPX, you are most likely going to have to contact your broker and say, hey, let me trade SPX. It might be a $5 charge or a $10 charge a month to allow you to trade SPX. But guess what? We're here to make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. We're not worried about a $5 to $10 charge, to be able to trade SPX. Little heads on up. So make sure you guys contact your broker. Other than that, the SPY here, how can we be able to figure this on out? Well, there's two things that I'm really looking at. Number one, let's start with the daily chart. The daily chart right here shows us that we have an absolutely amazing, absolutely incredible higher low setup in this channel pattern. This channel pattern has been holding since the start of 2024. Yes, traders, you could see where my mouse is right here. Let me drag this purple line on down. That's the start of 2024. And every single time we've come to a bottom, we have hit this bottom area and we've bounced back on up. And every single time we've come up to a top, we've hit the top and we reversed back on down. So in all very simplicity, the way that we can really trade this play is just by thinking of it as a nice, easy channel pattern. So we do have our channel at the very top. We have bottom support right here at the bottom, and we have the stock inside the channel, and we have top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. So how do we trade this? Well, the easiest way to trade it is you do puts at the very top. Put. You cover your puts at the bottom. You look for an entry on calls, and you do calls. When you come up to the top, you do a put contract right here. You cover your calls, you get in on puts, and you go put. And when you come back down to support, guess what you do? You jump in right here at the bottom, and then you do calls. If you've done that the entire time, you'd be making a ton of money. Now, I cannot say the exact day. I can't say the exact day. I cannot say the exact moment. I cannot say the exact time, but we will be breaking out of this channel at some point. Now, when we break out of this channel, we will see a lot of hype. We will see a lot of momentum. We will see a lot of action. But I think the number one mistake people try to do is they're always looking for the breakout. Hey, Dek, I'm buying for the breakout here. Just got slaughtered. Hey, Dek, I'm looking for the breakout right here. Just got slaughtered. Hey, Dek, I'm looking for the breakout here or here or here or here. You will have much more success playing within the channel rather than looking for the outskirts of the channel. So when I take a look at this, guess what? A bounce play probably at the price of 510 would be extremely nice. And a room to run up towards around 521 would be your realistic target. I'm not making things up. Something that you will see about these shows and these streams and by watching me live every day is I don't just come out with some random prediction that I just came up with out of thin air. I talk about the chart, I show you the chart, and I say what I think about the chart. So now, we have this channel pattern that is perfectly set up at this moment. Now, not only do we have this channel pattern perfectly set up, but we also have the 13 EMA support line. This 13 EMA support line is at the price of 508.70. So 508.70, 13 EMA, nice strong uptrend at the price of 508.25, 508.50. So we have two very strong support lines right around 508.50, 508.75. So that's going to be very difficult to break. But if we do fall underneath it, that is where we are going to see, guess what, traders? A lot of room to be able to fade and a lot of room to be able to fall. So let's just keep in our minds right now, 508.50, 508.75, crack of this line, we could see the break of the channel that has been holding for all of 2024. Now, what else can we be focusing on, traders? What else can we be looking at? I think it is extremely important to take a look at maybe an intraday chart or a little bit of a closer time frame. Now, how close of a time frame can I be focusing on is I'm going to be over in a 60-minute time frame. I'm going to go to time frame, I'm going to go to 60 minutes, and I'm going to make this very large here. Now, if you connect the bottom trend line here, and you look at the very top, I actually went into Paint and I just did this all to make it very simple and very easy to follow. And if you guys are on TikTok, it's going to be a little tough to see right now, but you guys can go over to my YouTube, but I'll make it as good as I can over for TikTok viewers. But this is what we're seeing on the S&P 500. The S&P 500, we have a bounce play right here. This right here starts off February. This is February 1st. Then we have another bounce play right here. Then another bounce play, then another bounce play. Then we can also see another bounce play and another bounce play. So what we really have at this time is we have, let me make this a little bit smaller so everyone can see this, is we do have this perfect trend line setup. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, and we do have a slight little head and shoulders pattern now forming. So a head and shoulders pattern, for anyone who does not know, is going to be looking exactly like this. This is a head and shoulders pattern where we have left shoulder, we have head, we have right shoulder, and then we usually get a sell-off. So you're telling me right now, Dek, we've had a 2-month uptrend. 2-month uptrend that has been holding its gains, and now we are sitting with a head and shoulders pattern at this time, which could lead towards a crack back on down towards 510. If we crack 510, yes, I think we go down to 508.75. If we crack 508.75, there is no floor. So remember, team, it really is taking a look at these two charts right here. This is going to give you the best outlook. Number one, the 60-minute time frame shows us that we have bounce, 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 bounce. 510 is going to be a great bounce potential. Very bullish and uptrendy at this time. We can see also we do have the uptrend on the daily chart. Bounce, 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 bounce. Very nice, very solid. Still has room to run up towards 520, and we have room to fall back on down towards around that 508.75 mark. So very bullish still at this moment. We do have some strong resistance at these shoulders though. These shoulders need to break to kind of get that next leg on up and go up towards, 515, 520. If we get rejected at these shoulders and we start fading, we're most likely coming back down to 510. If we hit 510 and crack it, we're probably going back on down to 508.75. And if somehow we crack 508.75, we are probably going to get one of the biggest sell-offs of the year. Now, that's not talking about today. We're probably not going to go down to 510 today and 508.75 and crack 508.75. This is a little bit more maybe over the next few days, maybe over the next few weeks. Today here, traders, I'm more looking to see, are we going to run back on up towards around 514, and could we crack on down towards 510 support? 510 support would be your put target, and again, a bounce play off 510 would probably be the best area. Starting things on off though at the start of the day, traders, are going to be a little sketchy. They're going to be a little tough at the start of the day to be able to predict honestly which way this market's going to go. Probably the first 5 to 10 minutes, I am going to take a step back because we do have so much going on. I do know we are more bullish than bearish. I see an uptrend on the 60-minute time frame from the past month and a half. I see an uptrend channel over the past, 3 months since the start of 2024. I know we have support at 510 and 508.75, and if we can break 514, that is where we do have room to rip and run all the way up towards technically 521, or at least back up towards the old record highs of 518. My heart and my mind are screaming today's a little bit more bullish. Today, my heart and my mind is screaming, Dek, if you could get a dip buy, you do have perfect dip buys at 510. You do have perfect opportunities to be able to start moving on up, and a break of 514, we could start seeing that next leg. So I'm really just trying to put all the pieces to the puzzle, but I don't think there is a clear 100% entry right at the start of the day, but at least this can start giving you some ideas of what you want to be looking for and what you want to be focused on at the start of the day today. Now, other than that, we can take a look over on NVDA. NVDA here, traders, getting a little bit of a bear flag setup, needs to stay above this area. We cannot go underneath probably like 850. If you start going back underneath 855, 860, there is room to fall back on down towards the 13 EMA. Traders, I've talked about this before. The 13 EMA is what we call the flexible trend line. As long as the 13 EMA stays above this green line, the flexible trend line, is considered bullish. Once you go underneath the 13 EMA, you are considered bearish. It's one of the best ways to know if a stock is currently bullish or bearish at a time. Like you could see Tesla is underneath its 13 EMA. You don't ever want to be holding long term or even for a few weeks on a stock that's underneath its 13 EMA. NVDA, as you guys can see, has been holding above its 13 EMA, showing that it's still very bullish and has a lot of great opportunity and a lot of great hype. So NVDA, make sure you guys are staying aware that that is back on down towards around the price of 828. As long as it stays above that 850 mark, I don't have too much concerns, but excuse me. But the last thing I want you guys to be getting involved in is if all of a sudden this bear flag cracks and we start getting a very big sell-off. This bear flag cracks and we start seeing a lot of big time, weakness all the way back on down. So make sure that you guys are aware of, NVDA, that remember, I'm leaning more bullish than bearish today, but we just can't see that crack underneath 810 or 510, and we can't see that crack underneath 850, or things could get extremely ugly extremely quick. Okay? So please keep that on high watch and high alert today. Anything else here? Well, let's go over some penny stocks here at this moment. We got CLRO, we got RGLS, we got NUK here. I'm going to be frank with you. Penny stocks over the past week and a half, nearly every single one of them, I don't know any that have been actually holding and going on big time rips and runs, have all been morning spike, perfect short. When I first started stock trading, I let emotions get the best of me. I would say, "Ooh, guys, CLRO is the #1 top gainer in the stock market. I'm going to buy that one right at the start of the day." You never want to buy the #1 top gainer in the stock market, because usually the #1 top gainer on the stock market has a target on its back for shorters. If I'm a shorter, I'm saying, "Oh, I'm shorting CLRO." Yep, nearly every single day, the #1 top gainer just comes crashing on down. People take profits at the start of the day. It's easy money on shorts. So I'm seeing CLRO have 11 million in float. I'm seeing RGLS 16 million float. I'm seeing NUKK have 94 million in float. I'm not seeing a lot of low float, hot news, rippers and runners at this time. So I do want to make sure that you guys are on top of that. All right, make sure that you guys are aware that a lot of these plays are not low float rippers and runners. Most of them are going to be slow and steady climbers. Okay, now, what else do we have here? We are also going to be keeping our eyes peeled. I talked about this yesterday a little bit on Bitcoin. Bitcoin now at 72,099. Traders, stick with me here. I am still keeping my eyes completely peeled for that Bitcoin next tech, that new cryptocurrency type of next move. As you guys know or do not know, I do have about $15,000 invested into cryptocurrency. I don't have it invested into Bitcoin. This is my current watch list for anyone that wants to be on top of it. I am invested in Chainlink. I'm invested in Centrifuge. I'm invested in TokenFi. I'm invested in Maple. I'm invested in RIO. I'm not invested in Landshare. I'm not invested in LEOX. I'm not invested in 0x0.ai. I'm not invested in Ethereum, and I'm not in on Bitcoin. I'm in on Chainlink, CFG, TokenFi, Maple, RIO, and that's it. So just be aware that I do have some cryptocurrency investments. All of these are RWA coins, aka real world assets, aka tokenization coins. So those are the cryptos that I am currently invested in, and really excited to continue to hold these plays. They have been moving themselves on up, which has been very nice, and I'm pumped to see where they're going to be at maybe in the next month, 2 months, next year from now. But these are all RWA tokenization coins. I do have a video on my YouTube. Type in Sean Dekmar tokenization, and you will see exactly what I'm referring to, so that you guys are all set, ready to go. All right. So traders, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming on down to the very start of the day here in the next 3 minutes. Something I do want to say, as always, number one, if you guys want to watch live trading with me and the chat room every single day, head on over to TradeCaster.com. You guys can be able to watch myself and all of these other amazing live streamers. You guys do have access to be able to watch me and have access to the complete video library teaching you everything that you need to know. Also, we were going to have a clearance sale this Thursday, which I was going to give away my scanner settings. I was going to give away cheat sheets. I was going to give away my PowerPoint slides. I was going to give away the old boot camp. I was going to be giving away a lot of these different things. We're actually moving that till next Thursday. So if you guys are interested on that, saying, "Hey, Dek, I want to learn how to trade. I just don't have a lot of funds to be able to spend thousands of dollars," we are giving basically everything away for a very affordable price, and making sure that you guys are all set, ready to go. That's going to be next Thursday. Free month of TradeCaster, old boot camp, different PowerPoint slides, a trading journal, our scanner settings, and making sure that you guys are getting all of that. That's going to be next Thursday. But other than that, head on over to TradeCaster.com. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to work on you guys. And I'll see all you guys back here bright and early tomorrow morning. TradeCaster, I'm going to refresh the stream just so it's private for you guys. I'll be back here in just 1 second. But everyone have a wonderful rest of your day. Crush it, and let's get ready for a huge day.